Welcome back to Yashihira. Yandere, Dark Elf. She chased me all the way from another world. Anime review, episode number 10. The name of this episode is The Distance Between Us. So the episode begins with Belle just drinking some lemonade at some cafe, probably waiting for Hinata to get back. And she's approached by agents for some modeling agency to pause work with him, and she doesn't say anything. She just gets up to see Hinata and just ignores her. She and Belle chat about it. She and Hinata chat about it briefly, and then they proceed to go to school. Yep, they go to school. They basically run track, and he's volunteered to put away the gym equipment because he's a gym helper. So he goes away with some soccer balls. And of course, basically, where Belle follows him, closes the door behind him in the shed, proceeds to... Oh, by the way, it is noted by Sakura that she's not wearing a bra because she doesn't feel comfortable wearing where she's doing running like this. So, and then comes something I found really annoying in this episode, where we have Belle lifting her shirt and presumably trying to get Hinata to suck her breast. That's basically what she wants him to do. And of course she's sweating, and she sniffs, and then he proceeds to start to lick her armpit. You might think this is gross, but this is a sexual thing. And of course he's under her shirt, and he's sniffing her. Now this part I found annoying. No, not what he was doing. What I found annoying was the fact that Hyde decided to censor the dialogue. And I'm like, was it making any kissing noises? Not that I can tell. He's just sniffing. How is that basically... will request be censored? I get basically censoring her nipples by basically just putting white over them. Fine. I don't have an issue with that, but I have issue censoring dialogue. I mean, are these two having sex? No, they're not. He is just sniffing her, and I'm not sure what the heck he's saying. And he's tries to get away, and of course he's like, "Oh, you're not going to." Of course, brings a rope. And at that very moment, Sakura opens the door, and she gets bound like she's part of some S&M thing. She's wrapped up like she's a dominatrix or something. And then we cut to, get this. So then Belle proceeds to feed Sakura as an apology for what she did. And the way the thing is shot, it's like this is a cafe. But no, this is not a cafe. This actually is the classroom, where Sakura, Hinata, and Belle are all with these three desks, and of course eat lunch. And then she's called to do some club activities. By the way, when they first get to school, before the whole track stuff, she apparently, because she doesn't have a smartphone, she gets a pile of love letters, which she proceeds to burn. And this is also the very same scene, where it's also the first of 2 times in the actually 3 times in the episode, where Belle exposes her chest to Hinata. Second time was basically in the shed. I think the third time was actually at home. So, and of course you have Hinata acting up a tad. He's basically just blushing at because he sees how beautiful she is. He does know she's obsessed, which this is the first time he said this since episode 1. And of course there's a guy who confessed his feelings for Belle. She seems like she's about to kill him for doing this, but she proceeds to politely turn him down. Can't repress the feelings because she's in love with Hinata. And then he proceeds to thank her for listening to him, and he leaves. Who this guy is, don't know. He just randomly shows up. He shows up the scene here. And then they get home, where Belle looks like he's washing his breath and presumably having dinner. And then, of course, like, we have more sexual stuff here with... And then Belle proceeds to run to his room, hide under his covers for some reason. Like, is he basically shell-shocked at the fact this beautiful woman basically is in love with him or something? Yeah, this is interesting. Belle does not know what the heck he's doing here. I mean, is he basically some PTSD? Who knows? I mean, yeah, he does know Belle is in love with him. He's known that since the beginning. He does not know Sakura is in love with him, too. But we'll find out as the show goes on. Now, at one point in the manga, Belle's mom shows up. Yes. Will she show up next episode? I don't know. I don't know if she will show up at all. We have sadly only have 2 more episodes left to go for this whole entire season. And before I go, I looked at the view count for last week's episode, and it was only 55. Now, I do appreciate the fact that the views of this view series, do reach triple digit. That's perfectly fine. I have no issue with that. That's perfectly fine. I love that. Please continue watching my videos. Not just this one. I do have other videos on my channel besides this one. My guess is this show gets a lot of attention from me is because the manga is popular. Despite the fact prior to this year I'd never read it before, and I have read a little. I've read a good chunk of it. I've read like about 24 chapters of manga. I haven't read all of it per se, but I've read enough before part of this show started. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much a particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share notifications. Next up is Black Butler. Yep. Next view.